Now you say the Most High gave His word to everybody, right?
That bondage you living out right now. That bondage is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man.
That's right.
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. But before then, Thursday, it's going down at the Durham Armory, our annual all-black party. Last year was also the Hebrew Academy graduation dinner. This year, Commander General Yohana got something special for y'all. It is going down. What's happening? A full-blown Hebrew concert featuring Shar, UPK Natazal, Kwarak Ice. This is not something you want to miss. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
ISUPK presents the 54th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. Last year we did it big. This year is going to be way big. More brotherhood, more sisterhood, more UPK. On Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, we're going to be at 421 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Sheraton Raleigh Hotel Ballroom. We call it all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come join us.
Your third eye peephole, line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch is cheat.
Remember, admission to the Passover is $200 per adult. That's $200 per adult. For more information, call 919-697-8257. Call 919-697-8257.
Something about the West Coast.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
Something about the West Coast. It makes me wanna ride.
Shalom, Israel. It's going down. Ooh-wee. This is the takeover. You don't want to miss out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 Shield General Muhammad with touchdown and take ground in the Yay area. That's right, January 12th through the 15th. Come through with your questions and get the...
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is in fact a if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him, this shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known, America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Slack about that. Once again, I'm Officer of 1,000 Awadia. This is the Detroit ISUPK law class. Salakia about that. I couldn't even hear myself. If y'all have any questions or comments, put it in the chat box. I will get to it. Once again, under Commander General Yohana, we've been waking up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's been waking up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans since '69, man. Bringing us into this truth, man. And thankful that he held on to this truth, because then that way a brother like myself can be sitting here. And brothers all over, of course, the world, that's inside of the school, man. That is inside of the school. Giving them a chance to wake up and come into the truth, man. He never dropped his sword. Ever. He just kept it going. And that was just that's a heavy thing, man, and a heavy task. Especially dealing with some of our people. They care more about the oppressor than they care about themselves. Okay? Touch on something just real quick. I'm gonna be in and out with it. I ain't gonna be long-winded because we kind of went over it. So we went over it in such great detail last night in the scripture breakdown class. But I still just had to say something about how we just celebrated Martin Luther King, and he got a statue, and he already had one in Washington anyway. I think he got another one or something. And just saying, like, that is one of the things, the problems with our people, man. They followed him because he allowed them to do whatever they wanted to do, man. They never want to follow anybody with some structure or anybody saying, listen, this is what God wants us to do. And Martin Luther King was a disgusting individual, man. He was a disgusting individual who we looked at as a leader. And all he had was a lust to have sex with the oppressor's women. That was it. He didn't care about you and me. He didn't care about us. All he cared about was his lust, man. That was the only thing he cared about. And that is the reason why so many people followed him and so many people love the Christian church today, man. Because the Christian church allows you to do whatever it is you want to do. It allows you to be the judge of what's right and what's wrong. You don't have to listen to what the Most High is saying is right and wrong. You can actually judge what's right and wrong. You tell yourself what's right and wrong. If you think it's wrong, it's wrong. If you think it's right, it's right. But that always, and that mentality is what has gotten us in the condition that we're in right now. Okay? Which was so heavy to yesterday actually bring out the things that MLK was doing. To actually bring out those things, man, and expose it to the world, which every year around this time, you know, the UPK, we bring that out and expose what he's been doing. But man, some of the things that I heard yesterday, per se, I had never heard before, and that was just crazy. And that was just crazy. And then I was just thinking, like, today, like, damn, you know, he led so many people astray. And he didn't give a damn about black people. He didn't care about us one bit. He had no intentions of of getting us out of the condition we was in. His intentions, he had no sincere intentions. He didn't care whatsoever. And then versus a man like Commander General Yohana, who cares about black people, who genuinely loves black people, who genuinely loves Hispanic people and Native American people, man. He has a genuine love for us. Him, we don't want to listen to anything that he has to say. Him and the man under them, our people don't want to listen to them because they do what? We actually care about them, and we actually care about the Lord and what the Lord has to say, man, and do according to as he instruct us. All right. Okay, I just wanted to say that. Let me get off of that. I'm off of it. Okay, moving on. As we look in the world today, man, what have we been seeing lately? We've been seeing a lot of tornadoes and flood, and the earth is kind of going crazy around this time. What I want to say is this. If you in this truth, or if you just listening to me right now, this is a time where we understand that the Lord is doing what? The Lord is visiting the earth, man. The Lord is the Lord hand is behind all of these things that you see happening, man. None of this stuff ain't just happening for no reason. The Lord is in control of all of these things, and it is a joy. And I'm not just talking about just the flooding and tornadoes and things of that nature. I'm talking about if you look at the earth today. If you look at the earth today, the things that's going on in the earth, whether it be what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and China and Taiwan and the United States got his hand in there because they don't want to lose power. And you look and you see this kingdom is falling and crumbling. And they doing everything they can to hold on. And so many people think what? Think that now China time is about to come and China gonna be running the world. They don't understand that the Lord is behind all of this and gonna do what? Raise us up as a nation, man. He's gonna raise us up as a nation. Because what? But he cannot raise us up as a nation if we don't do what? We first got to be obedient to him. He can't raise us up as a nation if we're not obedient. Otherwise, we would do what? We would never be worthy of accepting the kingdom. We wouldn't be worthy of that. Okay? The kingdom of heaven doesn't come by observation. It doesn't come by us just sitting here watching and waiting, doing whatever we want to do, as a lot of us has been taught, man. But the Lord, we should be looking at these things that's going on and saying, okay, the Lord is, he's coming. It's no more doubting that. People who used to didn't even believe in the Bible today, they can't no longer even doubt that the Lord, that you can't do it. Because he's showing you that this is a real thing going on inside of the earth. He's showing it to you. He's showing you that this is a real thing going on in the earth. With that, we're going to get Isaiah. Let's start with Isaiah 29. And 6. That's going to be our first scripture today, Isaiah 29 and 6. Yeah, the Lord is showing what? The Lord is showing us that he's coming. He the real deal and he's coming. And he's coming to do what? He's coming to deliver us. Deliver us out of the hands of our enemies, man. The same way he brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, he coming to deliver us also. You know what I mean? Deliver us also, man. And the other nations know this stuff, man, and they gearing up to fight the Most High, man. But what they don't know is, with their weapons and their tanks and their missiles, the Most High can send a gang of bumblebees to shut a gang of mosquitoes to shut all of that down, and they won't be able to do anything. They won't be able to fire off one. He'll send mosquitoes. You got a bomb that can blow up the whole world, and the Most High is so strong, he'll just send mosquitoes to shut it down. You can blow the earth up 7 times, and some mosquitoes will stop you from being able to do anything. That's the Lord, man. That is the Lord right there. Okay? That's him right there. He parted the Red Sea for Moses, man, and the children of Israel walked through on dry land. Our enemies, he drowned them. He drowned them. Pharaoh and his entire army, he drowned all of them, man. It's not a game, man. The Most High does not play when it comes to his people. Okay? What we have to realize is we are those people. Of course, us in the UPK, we know we those people. But us in the world, the people in the world, they don't, it's not registering to them for some reason. They walk past us on the street corners and things of that nature as if we're not even out there. I understand that they don't know no better, but you know, I pray that they all can be saved, because this is a time, man, again, the Most High is here, and he's not playing, and he's letting it be known that he's here. Okay? So give me 1 second. I'm just trying to check and see if I got any questions online. Let me share this. So give me 1 minute. Yeah. And so like I said, the first scripture we're going to pull it is Isaiah 29:6. Let's get it right quick. I want to just rant on. Let's get it. It says, this Isaiah 29 in verse 6, it says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and with great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." Okay? When you see, it said with flame of devouring fire. When y'all know when y'all see them forest fires and your oppressor try to just make it seem like they just came and it started out of nowhere. We were just sitting here and a gust of wind hit the leaf this way and then it just started the fire. That is the Lord doing that, man. You seeing these tornadoes and these floodings, man? That is the Lord doing those things, man. Why? Because we go out on the street corners and we do what? And we tell people this stuff, man. Even a person, like I said earlier, that walking by, it may catch his ear, and then he might see something, and he might see something like what's going on right now in the earth with the tornadoes and the flooding, and he'll say, you know what? I thought them brothers was crazy on the corner. I thought they was crazy. I thought they just was a bunch of brothers out there hollering and screaming about nothing, but no, they're actually saying something. So I'm saying that to say this. The Lord is doing this. Why? He's letting us know. It's like a sign. It's a sign to do what? To let us know he is coming. So think about the brother I was just talking about. When he see that, what does he do? It's a sign for him to do what? To start to make that change. Because now he ain't looking at us like brothers on the corner yelling. He looking at us like, oh man, I need to go back there and hear what they talking about. Because he probably was in Christianity or Islam or whatever. But he never heard nobody tell him that the Lord visited us, visits the earth in these type of ways, man. He never heard nobody say that this is one of the way that the Lord judges the earth, man. He never heard nobody say that. Okay? And because he never heard nobody say it until he heard one of us saying that stuff on the corner, now he understands what? It's time to do what? Start getting yourself in order. He understand now it's time to let's say he a brother that get high. He understand now we on the corner saying don't get high. Because you don't want the Lord visiting you. So now what do? He work on not getting high anymore, man. He work on not getting high anymore. He hear us say, the Lord said we are separate people, man, and we break down Deuteronomy 7:6 to the brother. Because he been running around thinking that he tried to make sense out of everybody telling them that everybody is equal and everybody is the same and who you are don't make a difference. When if you a black, Hispanic, or Native American, your everyday life lets you know that that's not true. Okay? Your everyday life lets you know that's not true because either you going through it or you see the suffering of one of your brothers. So he trying to make sense so a brother in the world or a sister in the world, they trying to make sense out of you telling them that everybody is the same and everybody is equal. And the reality of what they're seeing in the ghettos. Police gunning us down for no reason. Regular civilians getting away with gunning black people down. Okay? They killing black people like it's a sport. And nobody's getting any justice. They trying to make sense out of that because your Christian pastors and your Muslim imams, they telling you everybody equal. Then they hear us saying, you know what? Everybody ain't equal. You're better than all of them. And the reason why it doesn't show, and the reason why we in the condition that we in, is because of disobedience. It's because of disobedience. And then you can realize what? It is something wrong, man. Okay? The Lord visit us with storms, man. With storms. With tornadoes. With flooding. These are the signs that is being given off to do for us to do what? Now we ain't just supposed to look at them and just sit there. That's not what we supposed to do. We supposed to see those things and behave and not behave. What am I looking to say? And start getting our things in order. Meaning, we supposed to start looking at them law, statutes, and commandments and start making sure we following them. We supposed to be getting in class, if you ain't in all black, you supposed to be getting in all black. These are the things that you supposed to start doing, man. Get in all black and carry some crates around here, man. That's what you supposed to be doing, man. This is a one body thing. You ain't supposed to go sit in your room and open up the Bible and read it to yourself all day like it's a storybook. It's not what you're supposed to do. Talking about, look at me, I'm teaching myself. A fool would do something like that. How you gonna know absolutely nothing and teach yourself something you don't know nothing about, especially when it comes to the Bible? If you think you could just do that, you might as well just stay in Christianity. Because that's what they do. You're just if you're out there and that's what you're doing, you're a Christian. Just go to, on Sunday, Sunday's coming up, just go to church. Just go to church on Sunday. It's the same thing. It's no different, man. It's no different. You need somebody to explain to you how to keep the law. That's why you got a lot of fake Israelite groups running around here with what? With fringes on the bottom of their t-shirt. They don't want to turn the stove on the Sabbath. They don't want to use the microwave on the Sabbath. They don't want to lay with their woman on the Sabbath. They want to turn their lights on the Sabbath. Because they're listening to people that what? That do not understand these scriptures, man. They don't understand the scriptures. So you running around here thinking you doing what the Most High told you to do, and you are breaking and you doing nothing he told you to do. Okay? You're doing nothing he told you to do. And that is sad. All right. Okay, with that, we're going to go to Baruch, the 5th chapter. Baruch, the 5th, Salakia. Baruch, the 4th chapter. This is like, and I got a ton of them actually, but this is like one of my favorite chapters, man. These things, when it say you find some comfort, some of these scriptures in here just give me that comfort. You understand? So when I look at what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and China and the United States and things of that nature, I always think about like our deliverance. Like, I think about our deliverance and I make sure like, okay, making sure I'm doing the right thing, making sure my daughter doing the right thing, making sure I'm working, because I always want to get caught working when Christ returns. I don't want to get caught not working. Okay? But Baruch, the 4th chapter, man, this is the thing, because even though we may see it's getting closer and closer to that time, if we're not doing the things that we're supposed to do, what good is it for us? What good is it for us if we're not doing the things we're supposed to do? So we seeing the storms, we seeing the tornadoes, we seeing the this, that, and the third, the forest fires and all that stuff. But what good is it doing us if we not doing what we supposed to be doing? You know something about the truth. You're not in the truth. You know about the truth. You cheering and clapping and all of this stuff, but you still getting high. You still getting high. You still out here popping holes. You still, you laying with a woman and throwing that woman away. You still out here doing all of these things. Okay? You still out here selling drugs. You still out here robbing and stealing and killing. You still out here doing all of these things. You've changing nothing about yourself. But because you know about the truth, you think what? You think Christ is going to return and reward you with the kingdom. That's not how this thing works, man. Baruch 4:1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endures forever. Did y'all hear that? It said, and the law that endures forever. Okay? Not is done away when Christ come, as a lot of us has been taught. The law is done away with and you don't have to follow that no more. Christ nailed the law to the cross. So you don't have to worry about that no more. Well, then why does this say forever? It don't say till Christ get nailed to the cross. It said forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. As I just was explaining it. What good is it if you know the truth, right? But you're not in the truth. What good is that to you? What do I mean when I'm talking about I'm talking again about knowing the truth, but doing nothing that the Most High said do. But promising up and down, knowing for a fact inside of your mind, you're going to get into the kingdom. You might want to tweak and change that a little bit, man. Because the Most High does not allow sinners. He does not reward sinners. Okay? He does not reward sinners. Sinners' reward for being sinful is death. That's their reward. Okay? It says, all of they that keep it shall come to life. Because these, and on top of that, Salaki, if I could just add to that right quick. Because these are the things that help us live. The food that we eat, how we take care of ourselves. You know, it's quarantine in the Bible. The Bible tells you about quarantine. If this person is got that spot of leprosy, it'll separate him from everybody else till they figure out what the hell is going on with him. Quarantine him off. Get him the hell up out of there. He's sick like this, or this is going on with this person. Get him the hell out of there. Get him out of there, man. No, don't. Why in the hell? Don't eat that. Why are you eating? Why are you eating shrimp and crab for? What are you doing? There's no reason for you to be eating lobster. Your oppressor done made lobster one of the top things. You eating lobster, you think you eating good, and you might as well eat a roach. You may as well eat a dang on roach, man. But your oppressor got you thinking what? Your oppressor got you thinking. So I could give me 1 second here, y'all. I'll just be having to check and make sure I don't have any questions online. But your oppressor got you thinking that it's the top-notch thing to have. It's the top-notch thing to eat, man. when the Most High created shrimp, crab, and lobster to keep the water clean. So we can, bathe in the water, clean ourselves in the water, and still be able to drink the water. Because the shrimp, crab, lobster, and catfish cleanses the water for us. Okay? It cleanses the water for us. Now, you come to your oppressor, he tell you to eat this stuff. How that makes sense? How does that make sense? It does not. It does not make any sense whatsoever. And that lets you know that we doing what? We following foolishness. Okay? I'm not going to get too far off of this. Salaki, give me 1 second here. And it says, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Okay? You out there wilding out, and you robbing your brothers, and you selling drugs to your brothers, and you get shot in your face. Okay? That it is what it is, man. It is what it is what it is. You're out there not following what the Lord told you to follow. You eating too much shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster, and you getting high blood pressure and diabetes and cancer. Okay? You at the club on Christmas and you celebrating Christmas, and you get shot in your face on Christmas. Such as leave it shall die. You and your girl out trying to have a good time on Valentine's Day. Because you think that's the time for you and your girl to have a good time. Another brother come along or somebody come along, man, want to ruin y'all good time that y'all thought y'all was having. You get shot in the face on Valentine's Day. Just know, but such as leave it. Okay? Y'all trying to have a good time on Thanksgiving, and you wondering why you and your family fighting on every Thanksgiving at the dinner table. It says, but such as leave it. Why the little niece got to sit across from the uncle that molested her? You're killing that child, man. Your oppressor has figured out every single way to oppress you and make it seem like you having a good time while you're being oppressed. Think about that for a minute. In this kingdom, under your oppressor, he makes it seem like you're having a great time while you're being oppressed. You being oppressed and beat down to powder, and it seeming like an awesome and great time to you. Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Turn from what is turn? What is it saying when it's saying turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it? Turn and take hold of it, man. Grab this thing. Grab this thing so that you can live, man. That's what the Most High want for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. He wants us to live, man. The things that these other nations are doing to us right now, don't think for 1 second that they're going to get away with those things, man. Don't think that. That's what people in the world would have you think. They're not getting away with doing anything. The Most High is going to judge them for what they have done. He's going to judge them as what? As a nation of people. The Lord judges the nations. Okay? It says, turn and take thee, O Jacob. It's like it says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Turn and take hold of it. Some of y'all need to turn from some of the stuff that y'all doing in the world and take hold of it, man. What? Let me tell y'all something. Put y'all up on something, right? While they tell us to stay away from the Old Testament and the laws done away with and things of that nature, you know they use the strategies in the Old Testament and they still apply that in military tactics today inside of their country. The oppressor, he uses that. He tells you to stay away from it, but he uses that strategy. He uses that to conquer other nations. But for you and I, instead of us reading that, he gives us weed. We get high. Instead of figuring out how to come together. Now, I'm not saying we go to war with anybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's that and other things in there that we can be applying to our everyday life, man. To actually, instead of it seeming like you having a great life while you're being oppressed, we can actually have a great life and not be oppressed at all. We can actually do that. We can actually pick up the Bible right now and start listening to the Most High and start doing everything that he said to do. Right now we can do that. And in less than a week, in less than 1 week, man, we will turn this country upside down. Because the answer to everything is simply obeying the Lord. If you ever been in a situation where you said, dang, I wonder why that happened, and something didn't, you wasn't being obedient, man. If you were a person in the world. That's the problem. I'll finish this up. It says, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. So you can shine, so to speak. Like I just said, man. So you can shine. This is how you get your shine on for real. When you being obedient to the Most High, man, you gonna get your shine on for real, for real. Okay? You ain't gonna get your shine on for a couple of years and then fall off. Not when you being obedient to the Most High. That ain't gonna happen. All right, and when I say get your shine on, I'm not talking about everybody got to know who you are. I'm not talking about your popularity. I'm not talking about your popularity. I'm saying when you shine, I shine. Okay? That's why I said, oh, Jacob. It's not talking about an individual shine. why it's telling us to walk in there. We all gonna shine. That's why this is the opportunity right now. Again, like I said earlier, we should be looking at these floods. We should be looking at these tornadoes. And we should be looking at these things. And when we hear the brothers on the corner speak on these things, man, we should be thinking in our head, man, let me hurry up and get in the nearest class near me. F this, man. Look how long, think about this. Look how long you've been smoking weed and think about how it's gotten you nowhere. Look how long you've been doing the things that you're doing in the world and it's really actually gotten you nowhere. You don't see something wrong with that? This is how you change that. This is how you change it, man. You change it by stop being obedient to yourself and start being obedient to the Most High. Okay? Verse 3. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. And that's what we do here today, man. We give our honor. We give our honor to the other nations. We give them our honor. A brother was arguing. I don't like to use the word arguing because it was not arguing. We was having a discussion. So we was discussing about the Jews. The brother told me he knew the Jews was black. No. He said, I know the Jews was dark-skinned people. They may have even been black people. I stopped. I said, you know the Jews is dark people. They maybe even been black people. Like, I really couldn't believe he had said that. But here's the kicker. Even though he knows that, guess who he follow? Follow Jewish people. Even though he said that, he follows Jewish people. And he hates Israelites. Yeah, anybody who say they're Israelite, he hates them. And he follows Jewish people. He gives his honor to another person. And so many of us do that because how do we do it? We uphold them being real Jews. We uphold it. How do we uphold it? We might not say it, but we uphold it in the way we conduct ourselves. You celebrating Christmas? You are upholding. You are upholding. If you're about to celebrate Valentine's Day or Valentine Day, or however y'all pronounce that nonsense, if you're about to celebrate that, you are upholding that the so-called oppressor are the real true Jews. You're upholding that, man. If you eating, meaning, let me just give it to you in simpler terms. If you are disobeying the Most High and not saying, you know what, I'm an Israelite, I need to follow the Most High, I'm going to follow the Most High, I'm getting in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. If you're not doing that, then you are upholding them being your oppressor being you. You're giving You are giving your honor to another person. That's what nations do when they conquer another nation. They make that nation start following their customs, their ways, their way of life, the things that they do. Because that's giving honor to them. They don't conquer you and let you continue to conduct yourself in the way that you was doing it. No. That's not how it works, man. And your so-called oppressor, like it say right here, Salakia, it says, give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation, which is something else we've done, man. We have a whole nother nation of people claiming to be us. We have a whole nother nation of people claiming to be us. We got Amalek. We got Ethiopia. These are two different nations. Actually, these two different nations claiming to be us. Then you got Hamites that's claiming to be, other Hamite groups that's claiming to be us. This is out of control, man. And the only reason why they able to do it is because we chose to follow another nation. Had we never made the decision to follow another nation, they never would have even had the chance, because the opportunity would have never even presented itself. It would have never presented itself. It would have never been a chance for them to. But because what? Because we did what? We was giving that honor to another, meaning we wanted to go follow after them and do what they wanted to and follow their customs. It looked so fun out there. They looked like they was having all the fun in the world. We should have just let them do whatever it was they was doing. Look at the earth today. Nothing goes right in the earth without us. Nothing. We are needed for everything. And they're able to use and maneuver us like that. Why? Because they take advantage of the fact that we don't know who we are. That was the whole purpose of us what? Of them doing what? Taking away our identity. Now, the Most High done opened everything up, and now it's coming back, and we starting to come back and learn who we are, man. But don't give them things that's profitable to another nation, because that's what that's what we've done. And now we have to take that. Now we're fighting tooth and nail trying to take that back. They're doing everything within their power to make sure this message don't get out. They changing laws, changing rules, change whatever they can do. Whatever they can do, man, they are doing it to make sure that this don't get out. That blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are what? The chosen people of the Lord, man. They take our they take our videos down for anything. For anything they can find. They'll make something up while they're watching one of our videos. They'll make it up right there literally while they're watching it. Okay? Give not thy honor to another, nor things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Okay? Verse 4. Okay? Actually, go to Baruch 5. Baruch 5, Salaki. Go to Baruch 5. Go to Baruch 5 and 1. We're going to start at 1 with Baruch 5. Yeah, and that's what they do, man. Salaki, I got to check one more. Let me check again to make sure we don't got no questions. Your oppressor, man, does not in any way, shape, form, or faction want to do anything to help you. Think about if your oppressor really wanted to help you. He would just say, you know what? We effed up, blah, 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 this. Y'all the real Israelites. Let's get them back. Let's get them back in their homeland. You see how really, he has the power in the earth to do that. How do you know? He did it. He did it with your oppressor. He put, I don't know I have to choose my words carefully, Salakia, but I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. But he did that thing. He did that. All right. So he has the power. He has the power to do it. And think about it, because the president of Egypt said what? The Jews left black and came back the oppressor, and said that there can never be peace because of that. So it would have been a little bit more acceptable if you put the real people over there. But your oppressor does not want to do that. Your oppressor not interested in doing that, man. Your oppressor not interested in helping you, advancing you. And so many of our people, we don't believe that. But I be wondering sometimes, like this is my own personal self. I wonder sometimes, like, what more do your oppressor have to do to you? What more does one person have to do to you to show you what? They don't love you. They don't care about you. What more? Okay. Baruch 5 and 1 says, put off, O Jerusalem, the garments of mourning and affliction. Take those things off of you, man. We mourn in this kingdom. We mourn in this kingdom for the things that is being done to us, man. When you come into the ISUPK, man, that's another way of taking off them garments of mourning and affliction. Coming in here, man. Because you come in here, you're going to learn the most important thing that you've ever learned in your life. And what is that? That is how to serve the Lord. That's the most important thing a black, Hispanic, or a Native American man can learn. Is how to serve the Lord, man. Because serving the Lord is what is the thing that is going to actually change your life. That's the one thing that's actually going to change your life. That's the one thing that's actually going to, if you actually is going to get you out of poverty. That's the one thing that if you walk outside and you look at your neighborhood and you see how it looks, serving the Lord is the one thing that's going to change that. Serving the Lord is the one thing that's going to change that. How do we know? Everything else, excuse me, everything else we've tried. Everything. We've tried Christianity. Walk outside your door and look. That's the result of trying Christianity. We've tried Islam. Walk outside your door and look. Just stand there for us. As a matter of fact, just stand there and look. And listen to me as I'm talking. Stand there and look at your neighborhood. Christianity, we tried it. That's the result. Islam, we tried it. That's the result. The Black Panther Party, we tried it. That's the result. The Marcus Garvey movement, tried it. That's the result. All of that out there that you see is the result of us trying everything except the one thing that will actually work. And that's following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the one thing that actually work. That is the one thing that will actually get us out collectively. We're not talking about one person who think they made it because they got some money or something like that. We talking about all of us out and none of us being oppressed. That's what we're talking about. None of us being oppressed. Following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how we get that collectively. Okay? Read on. And put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. And when you put on that comeliness, man, that beautifulness, you put on that thing of the Most High, because like we said, like we just read in the 4th, it said when you following them law, I'm paraphrasing, it said when you following them law, statutes, and commandments, you illuminated, you a light. It'll illuminate you. Okay? Now over here it's saying putting on that comeliness. Good night, man. This is how important following the law, statutes, and commandments are, man. It's how important they are. And we don't even realize it. Like, even when I was younger, man, I asked the pastor one time, like, why don't we follow the laws of God? Like it was something I had in me that I didn't understand. Like, just why is that something we don't do? I couldn't understand why the Most High would say do something, and then in the Bible that we was all reading out of, he's saying don't do it, and you standing up here telling me it's okay to do now. Don't worry about that. Don't forget about what he's saying. In other words, forget about what the Most High saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Nah, man, that's not that never really resonated with me. Okay? Even though, it was a lot of times in my life also too where I just didn't even think about it or care about it. But those was times too where I just was like, that was just a time where I was just like, I was trying to figure something out, man, and it just didn't. It wasn't making sense to me. It was not making sense to me at all. Okay, verse 2, reading on. It says, cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Most High. It said double up on your righteousness. Double up on that. Double up on that. 10 toes down in this law. Be 10 toes down in the law, man. Be 10 toes down in doing what the Most High told you to do, man. Be 10 toes down in it. Don't question it. Just move. Don't question it. Just move. Why the Lord don't want me to? Don't worry about it. Just don't do it. You ain't got to, this is something that you don't even have to worry about. You never have to worry about why the Lord don't want you to do something. Just don't do it. Like that's the simplest stuff ever. It's really that simple. Here's one of the problems, man. We've suffered so much in this kingdom here. We now, it's almost like we don't know how to live no other way without that suffering. It's become so normal to us. A lot of us can't even imagine a life with the burdens that is put on us being in the world off of us. But that's what happens when you change your life and you start being obedient to the Most High. The Most High takes those burdens off of you, man. He releases those things off of you, man. Start taking some of that stress off of you. Help get the oppressor boot off of your neck. These are things that the Most High does, man. These are things that happen when you start following the Most High versus trying to follow your oppressor. Because your oppressor always got something coming up to oppress you. How do we know? What do we have coming up right now? Valentine's Day. You better have some candy or some flowers or a date or something for your woman. Because if you don't, there's going to be a problem in that house. It's going to be a problem. Okay? That's oppressive, man. If she don't leave you. You know your woman will leave you over Valentine's Day. If you don't, give her the things that appease her on Valentine's Day, you'll get left. Your woman will leave you and go commit adultery somewhere with another man over Valentine's Day. But here's something I don't understand about Valentine's Day, right? A man and a woman can be in a relationship all year long. They fighting like cats and dogs. In some cases, they punching each other in the face and things of that nature. But come Valentine's Day, for the hour or the 2 hours long enough to get through dinner, they better be able to do that. They had better be able to do that, and they better have dinner, because if they don't, it's going to be a problem. Now, y'all been punching each other in the face all year long. But Valentine's Day, y'all had Valentine's Day, y'all better stop for them little couple of, and after the dinner, and after the flowers and the candy, they right back to fighting like cats and dogs. As soon as all that's done and all that's gone, they right back to doing the things that they were doing prior to. We have to come out of foolishness and silliness, man. That's silly. That is silly, man. Salakia, Israel. All right, reading on. It says, cast about thee a double garment of righteousness which cometh from the Most High. It said, and set the diadem on thy head of thy glory of everlasting. So what is a diadem? All right, let's look that up, and we're gonna do it together. So I'm gonna give y'all the spelling of the word. I'm gonna give y'all the spelling of the word so y'all can have the spelling of the word, and we can all look this up together. Okay, the spelling of the word is D-I-D-E-M. Okay, so again, that's D-I-A-D-E-M. So we all gonna look it up together, okay? Get the meaning of it together. So it's D-I-A-D-E-M. It says, Salakia. It says it's a noun, a crown, a cloth headband, sometimes adored with jewels, formerly worn by monarchs in Asian Minor and other parts of the East. Royal dignity or authority. Okay? Royal dignity or authority. So, I'm going to put on one of these glorious headbands that brothers in the school be making. You understand? You put that on the head of thy glory for everlasting, man. Okay? And that's what you see when you in here, man. You see brothers in here putting on all types of headpieces and headbands, man, and gloriousness. Especially when you get to that Passover. Especially when you get to the Passover. Good night, man. You see some of the most glorious headpieces and headbands you've ever seen in your life when you get to the Passover, man. Some of the best you've ever seen. Okay. Verse 3. It says, for God will shew thy brightness unto every country under the heaven. And this is what we get. And all of these things, man, is the things that's coming with what? With our obedience. These are the things that come with obedience. These are things that come with following the law, statutes, and commandments, man. This is Israel in a I want to say in a glorious state. Because that's how we would be if we follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You wouldn't have to get up in the morning and go work for some oppressor. You wouldn't have to do that. That slavery that you hate, that you go to every day, even though you hate it, You wouldn't have to do that, man. If we was, of course, in our kingdom, we wouldn't do that. In our kingdom, we wouldn't do that. You wouldn't go to work for an oppressor that you hate. You hate your job. You hate the fact that you have to get up in the morning and go to it. That's oppression. That is oppression. You don't get oppressed in here. In here, when you be obedient, guess what's going to happen? Most High bless you with something that you don't hate. He'll bless you with something that you don't mind getting up to go to, because you don't hate it. He'll change all of that for you. But it's everybody want to change, but not enough people are willing to do the work that is necessary for the change. Okay? You have to be willing. You have to be willing to make sacrifices, and meaning giving up the thing. And it's not even a sacrifice. Salakia, that's the wrong word. You have to be willing to give up them things that you love so much, but the Most High hates. You may love them, but the Most High hates them. Okay? You have to be willing to give those things up. All right? I understand your whole entire life before you heard about the truth. Everybody told you it was okay, you can do it, you can have it, it's fine. Get yourself boyfriends until you find the right man. Have your birthday party. It's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday. You heard all of these things your entire life, man. Here's the problem with that. God hates all of it. He hates every inch of every thought of it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when it comes to us, God hates when we do those things. And because he hates it and we continue to do it, we suffer. We suffer. Okay? But if we reading verse 2, cast about thee a double garment of righteousness which cometh from the Lord, and set one of these diadems on thy head of glory, one of these glorious headpieces that brothers and sisters make inside the school, man. You put one of them on your head, and you following these laws, statutes, and commandments the way the Lord intended for us to do, and doing the things that the Lord set up for us to do, man. Okay? The Lord created all of this, man. Nobody came and done any of these things by themselves. All right? Nobody did that. Nobody came and done any of this stuff by themselves. The Lord did, man. The Lord set all of this in action. The Lord told you that you was a special people unto him, and he separated you from another nation. The Lord told you that you, Israel, had to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments because he gave them to you. His covenant is with you. He gonna set us on high above all nations if we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. And when you look around, it's obvious that we did not. You don't have to you wouldn't have to ask me personally, do I think that the Israelites kept the law, statutes, and commandments? I would just look around and tell you, hell no. No, we didn't. Okay? Verse 4. It says, for thy name shall be called of God forever, the peace of righteousness, and the glory of God's worship. It says forever, man. These are the things. These are the things that we have coming to us for our obedience, man. So again, when you see thunderstorms and you're seeing earthquakes and you're seeing tornadoes and you're seeing flooding and you're seeing forest fires, and they just telling you forest fires, they just coming out of nowhere. No, all of this is the Lord, man. And all of this is the Lord showing you what? He is coming. When you see what's going on in China and Russia, and we in World War III, we don't understand it yet. It's just not a full all out thing just yet. But we're there. We are there. Okay? Our deliverance is so close, man. And we can just see. And it's crazy when you understand what's going on and you just see the things in the Bible unfolding. You just see it coming to light. You like, and you just sitting there and you, wow, because a lot of us, especially in this time, seeing these things come to pass, but a lot of us come from Christianity. A lot of us come from Christianity. So let's just say you've been in the school in the last 2 years, but let's say you found the truth in the last 2 years, and you came into the school in the last 2 years. Prior to, you didn't know anything about the truth. So you hearing the scriptures getting broke down in World War III and things of that nature, and now you just see it, you because you was in Christianity your whole life, and now you actually seeing the Bible come to life like this, man. It's mind blowing for me personally. It's mind blowing for me personally to just see it, and I be in awe. And I also be thankful, man. I be thankful. I be thankful to the Most High that he pushed me in this direction, man, to come into the truth. And I be thankful for Commander General Yohana, man, who held on to the truth, man, and didn't abandon it. And didn't abandon it. Didn't drop his sword. Didn't go take a payoff and go do a bunch of other stuff, man. He just held on to what he was taught, man. And kept this thing going, and he did not change anything. He kept it all the same. And because he did that, man, not somebody like myself, not somebody like another brother, similar like myself, you know what I mean? We can come into the truth, man, and serve the Lord properly. Serve the Lord properly, man, and happily do this thing, man. I happily serve the Lord, man. And I happily serve him because of the things that we read, that we brought out tonight. The things that we read in the Bible tonight, man. These type of rewards. I want this for every brother and sister. And that's why we go out on them streets corners, man. To bring brothers and sisters back to the truth. To wake them up. To let them know who they are according to God, man. That's why we do the things that we do, man. We don't do it. We don't do it. Like, I have the truth. I know the truth. I'm in the truth. I've been in the school. The school taught me the things that I need to know. Of course, still, I'm learning every single day. But still, in the same token, for myself, why the hell do I need to go out there? I could just sit in class and just learn and just go home. We do that for our brothers and our sisters, man. That's what we do that for. We do it for them. That's love, man. That's love, to go out there for your brothers and sisters. They try to fight you. They want to pull weapons out on you, throw water on you, disrespect you, spit on you, spit at you, threaten you. And through all of that, you still go out there the very next weekend and teach your people in the very same spot. They threaten to go home and get a weapon and come back for you, and nothing detours you. For two reasons. One, you know the Lord is with you, and two, you know you love your people, man. You know you love your people, man. You're not worried about anything because you know the Lord is with you, and it's love. And with that, Israel, I'm going to close the class out. Shalom, Israel.